Hello, everybody. This is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Friday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in the Eastern Conference semifinals right now. We had just swept the Cleveland Cavaliers last episode, and we won the series 4-0 over Cleveland. So you know what this means. We're playing against the Philadelphia 76ers for the first two games in the 267 and the 215 Liberty Bell City of Philadelphia, PA, as featured on the $100 bill. So they're the number one seed, the Philadelphia 76ers. So we should knock them out within like 6 or 7 games of this series. And my prediction will go as is. So the Chicago Bulls will probably face off against the Utah Jazz in the NBA Finals if both teams make that Finals. So we'll show you the uniforms and we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, so the Chicago Bulls are going to be wearing their black statement uniforms with the pinstripes and the word Chicago on their jerseys. For the Philadelphia 76ers, they're going to be wearing the royal blue icon uniforms at home. So we'll see you at tip-off. Alright, the Sixers have a home court advantage of A+, so there goes tip-off. So now Tobias Harris is going to pass it to Tyrese Maxey. And Tyrese Maxey, what's he going to do? He's going to pass it to the newly acquired James Harden from that trade back on February the 10th. He is going to knock down a three to start the Eastern Conference semifinals. Now we got some Lonzo Ball in some action. And I'm going to knock down a three for him. And he gets that in there. So it's now tied up 3-3 here in Philadelphia. So now Tyrese Maxey has possession. He's going to pass it to James Harden. So now James Harden's going to make his first dunk in a Sixers uniform. So I'm going to pass that off to DeMar DeRozan. And he gets that in there for two. So it is tied up 5-5 here in Philadelphia. And James Harden has the possession of the basketball. So now James Harden looks like he's going to knock it down for 2 points. So it's now 7-7. James Harden has more points than Chicago so far. So I'm going to pass that off to Javonte Green. So Javonte Green getting that in there for two. So it's tied up 7-7 in here in Philadelphia, excuse me. And now James Harden's going to pass it to Joel Embiid. Gets that in there for 2 points. And now I'm going to use some Lonzo Ball. Going to use some Javonte Green. He's going to knock down a three for Chicago. And he gets that in there. So it's now 10-9. And James Harden has possession. He's going to pass it to Joel Embiid. Passing it to Tobias Harris. Gets that in there. So it's going to be 10-11. So now we got Zach LaVine ready to dunk the ball. He was the slam dunk champion back in 2015 and in 2016. So he has quite a bit of the dunking ability too. I mean, he did go to UCLA for college basketball. And Tyrese Maxey passing it to Embiid gets it in there. So it's now 13-12. I'm going to use some Lonzo Ball. And Lonzo is going to make this from three. He also did go to UCLA for college basketball. So he's going to pass that to Tobias Harris. So Harden does have the assist, though. So I'm going to pass it to Nikola Vucevic. And Vucevic gets that in there. And it's now 18-15. Going to pass that to Joel Embiid. Makes a nice dunk there. And it's now 18-17 at the moment. And it is Lonzo Ball going to get that in for two. So it's now 20-17. 54.3 seconds to go. Tyrese Maxey has possession. What's he going to do? He's going to dribble the ball. Loses the basketball. Nikola Vucevic passing it to Lonzo Ball. There is a foul, though, on James Harden. It's a shooting foul. And Lonzo Ball, he's going to go to the free-throw line, gets that one in. And it's now going to be 22-17. And we'll see you guys in the second quarter. All right, so now Lonzo Ball has possession of the basketball. So what is he going to do? Gets it in there for 2 points. So it's now 26-21. 12 points for Lonzo Ball today. So he scored at least less than half. And he's going to pass that to Willie Cauley-Stein and then back to James Harden. He actually misses that. So now it is Derrick Jones Jr. who makes that rebound happen. And I'm going to pass it off to Lonzo Ball. And he's the oldest out of the three Ball brothers. LaMelo, who plays with Charlotte, is the youngest. So he'll get talent from his big brother, Lonzo. And Harden, what's he going to do? He is not going to be stoppable enough. So now Shake Milton gets that in there. So it's now 29-23. And I'm going to pass it off to Derrick Jones Jr. And Derrick Jones Jr. gets it in there for 2 points. So it's now 31-23. Willie Cauley-Stein passing it to Shake Milton and then to James Harden. So now James Harden passing it to his former teammate back in Brooklyn, Paul Millsap gets it in there. So it's now 31-25. So Lonzo Ball, everyone thought that Brooklyn was going to make the be that successful super team when they first traded, when they first got James Harden to Brooklyn. And now they're going to use Danny Green, who won the 2020 championship with the Lakers. Drills at 3. Chicago is going to take a timeout. And we're actually going to take a short break. All right, so now DeMar DeRozan, he's going to pass it to Javonte Green and then back to DeRozan. Now DeRozan, he's going to knock this one from 3. And it's now 36-28. All right, so Coby White, he has possession of the basketball right now, and he is going to get this in for 2. So it's now going to be 38-30 at this point. So now Tyrese Maxey is dribbling the basketball. He's going to pass it to Shake Milton, and he gets that in there. So now it's 38-32, Coby White. He's going to pass that to Derrick Jones Jr., and Jones Jr. makes that nice slam for the Chicago Bulls. So now they're up 40-32. And Shake Milton has possession of the basketball. So now Shake Milton going to pass that off to Tobias Harris. Milton is going to pick up that assist there. And I'm going to use some DeMar DeRozan. Going to pass it to him. So now DeMar DeRozan makes that dunk in the crossover paint. So this is a Western Conference semifinals. Anything could happen. He dunks that in there. And it's now 42-34. And they're going to pass it to Tobias Harris. He gets that in 42-36 rather. And we got some Javonte Green. I'm going to pass it to Coby White. And now Coby White's going to knock down this 3. Actually misses that. But now we got the possession of the basketball. They got the possession. Now it's our turn to rise and shine on the court. We're going to pass that off to DeMar DeRozan. So now DeRozan gets this one in for 2 points. So it's now 44-38. And now Shake Milton, he's going to try to do what he normally does. Tries to make a nice spin move out of that. He's probably going to dribble his way. And there is a foul there on Coby White. And this will probably end the first half here in Philadelphia. All right, Lonzo Ball has 17 points today so far in this from the first half. DeMar DeRozan's going to get a layup in there. So there's a shooting foul for Philadelphia. And Chicago will have the opportunity to score their team's 50th point of the game. And DeRozan goes in, so it's now 50-38, so we're up by 12 points. James Harden, he's going to pass it to Tyrese Maxey, and Tyrese Maxey dunks that in there, so James Harden is going to get the assist. Maxey gets his first 2 points of the episode, so now DeMar DeRozan getting that in. So it's another reach and foul scenario. So now DeRozan, he's 1 for 1 in the 3-point line, 6 for 6 in field goals, by the way. Gets that in there, so it's now a 13-point lead for the Chicago Bulls on the road in Philadelphia. And out here in Philly, they love their Sixers, but they also liked a little bit of Michael Jordan when he played for the Chicago Bulls. So Zach LaVine, big city connections there. So now Zach LaVine, he's going to knock down a 3, misses that. Philly picks up a rebound, and the Sixers are going to dunk for it once at it. So it's now 53-44. DeRozan has 15 points, so we're going to pass that off to Zach LaVine. So now Zach LaVine, he's going to get that one in the paint for 2. It's now 55-44. Joel Embiid passing that off to James Harden, and then Tyrese Maxey going to pass that to James Harden, dunks that in. Bulls take a timeout. We're actually going to take a break. All right, we are back from the break. Coby White has possession of the basketball, and he is going to get this in for 2 points. So it's now 63-54 with 1:18 to go in the third quarter. And now James Harden has possession of the basketball. And it looks like James Harden is going to pass it to Paul Millsap. And Harden does have the assist there. So the Sixers are trying to catch up. And now Tristan Thompson getting this one in for 2. Now it's 65-56. So now they're going to pass that to James Harden. James Harden's going to pass that to Shake Milton. And Milton gets the assist as Harden scores that one in. They're going to pass that off to Tristan Thompson. So he's going to step back, score 2 points there. So it's now going to be 67-58. And now Shake Milton has possession of the basketball. Gets that one in for 2. So it's now 67-60 at this point. 32 seconds to go. And it is Tristan Thompson. He's going to step back, pull a 3. Will he actually make it in? No, he will not. But we get the ball now. They attempted that lob. It was unsuccessful. And it's now going to be 69-60 here in Philadelphia, where it's always sunny. Well, as a figurative. Because there's a show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So we're going to pass that. Never watched it. So now Derrick Jones Jr. going to knock down a 3. And it's going to be 72-62. All right, your State Farm assist of the game is coming right up. Coby White, he's going to pass that to DeMar DeRozan. And he is actually going to make that nice slam dunk, the Air Jordan dunk. So now the Sixers have possession of the basketball. So it's a 10-point lead for the Chicago Bulls heading into the fourth quarter. And they're going to pass that to Joel Embiid, passing it back to James Harden. So James Harden is going to knock that fly, and he gets that in for 2. So now we got Zach LaVine on the court right now for the Chicago Bulls. So now Zach LaVine gets that in there. So it's now 74-64. And LaVine has 9 points. James Harden with 25 in all. And he's going to pass that to Joel Embiid. So Harden gets the assist. And as Zach LaVine has possession of the basketball, it looks like we're going to knock down, probably fly a 3. Missed it. But now Troy Brown Jr. passed it to Zach LaVine. And luckily he did pick up that offensive rebound, because that's the first offensive rebound that Zach LaVine missed on a shot. But then the Bulls passed it back to him. so that he got it in pretty safely. James Harden makes a nice dunk there. The Bulls are taking a timeout. Check out the NBA Slam Cam, and it is Tristan Thompson with that dunk. And it was passed from Zach LaVine, so that is an assist for Zach LaVine and the Chicago Bulls. So now Tyrese Maxey passing it to Joel Embiid. Embiid scores. Maxey gets the assist. So now the Bulls have had 87% in field goal shooting, while the Sixers had 85% in shooting. So it's now a 10-point lead for the Chicago Bulls here on the road. And there is going to be a foul on Lonzo Ball. It's his first one of the game. And now Tobias Harris, he's going to pass that to Tyrese Maxey. And then Tobias Harris, then to Embiid. Harris with the assist. So now it's going to be 85-77. Lonzo Ball losing the basketball, but then he does pick it back up. Gets that in there, so it's a minute 30 to go. 90 seconds to be exact. And Tyrese Maxey has possession of the basketball, so what is he going to do? Passing that to Joel Embiid. And then Tobias Harris gets that in there. So it's now going to be 87-79. So it's now an 8-point lead. I'm going to pass that over to Derrick Jones Jr. Gets that in there. So the Sixers are going to take that time out. Lonzo Ball is your player of the game for the Chicago Bulls. 24 points tonight, 9 for 9 for field goals. And we're still going to go on break. Alright, it's now 94-81. There is no shot clock left to end the game, so we're just going to dribble it out, and we are going to take the W in Philadelphia. So the final score is 94-81. The Bulls win it by 13 on the road. So we are going to go over the statistics. So the Chicago Bulls now lead the series 1-0 in the conference semifinals. So this is something interesting to see, because I'd like to see a 6 or 7 game series, because this Sixers team is really phenomenal this season. Alright, Lonzo Ball, 24 points, 7 assists. He's your player of the game. DeMar DeRozan, 17 points in all. Zach LaVine, 14 points in all. Javonte Green has 11 points, 1 assist. 1 rebound, 2 assists on the day for him. Derrick Jones Jr., 11 points, 1 rebound, and 1 dunk. James Harden, 27 points, 10 assists on the day, 3 dunks. He was 3 for 4 in the three-pointer area, behind the arc, rather. Joel Embiid, 16 points, 2 rebounds, 4 assists on the day, 2 dunks. Matisse Thybulle had 8 points, 1 assist, 2 dunks on the day. Tobias Harris had 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, and 1 dunk on the day. Tyrese Maxey, he had 7 points in all with 6 assists. So this is going to wrap it up. Actually, we're going to go over Shake Milton first, and then we're going to end the episode there. So Shake Milton, 6 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists on the day. He had no dunks. Millsap, he had 6 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist on the day and a dunk. And Danny Green just had a 3-pointer with 1 rebound. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay tuned. We'll see you in the next episode.